Well, we have been doing Wait, Wait, Don't Tell Me for a decade, and it has, I won't say flown by. I think sliding downhill is perhaps the best metaphor, particularly for being here in Aspen, in that it happened relatively quickly, relatively painlessly, and a general sense of decline in the circumstances and environment around us. I mean, one of the things that's, you know, it's weird, our show has paralleled 10 rather difficult years in American and world history, so I guess, you know, it's part and parcel of it. I think when they look back on this period of time, it might be called the news satire era, because news satire is perhaps the most fitting way of talking about it. Writing plays, which is what I did before I did the radio show, is an interesting form of writing because it's the most impersonal in that the writer disappears. And I enjoyed that. I liked not being there. I liked creating other people to be there instead. And when I wrote this book, it's really mostly in the first person. And that was a little weird for me. Anybody who knows me might find this surprising, that I don't really like to talk about myself. I mean, really. And I remember writing a chapter, I think it was about my visit to a porn set, and I gave it to Roy Blunt, who's of course a friend and collaborator on the show, and his response was, it's just another story of a visit to a porn set. Where are you? And I realized that the interesting thing about any of the things I was writing about, insofar as I could write about them, was that I was there. So basically, what the book is what happened to me when I went and did these things, and hopefully I'm interesting enough that I'm able to make it interesting to the reader. But it's, you know, it's sort of a modern version of the Inferno, with me being Dante, and it's not in Italian. I think that really sums it up right there. Also, I never get to heaven, but nobody reads. You ever notice that nobody ever reads that? People talk about like the Inferno, the hell part. Nobody ever, because the paradise part that Dante wrote, really dull. Just endless cantos about people singing. Who cares? Part of it was, to a certain extent, I was rebelling against the public radio ethos, high-minded concerns with culture. Well, my 3 daughters still don't know what the book is about. All they know is that they're not allowed to read it, although my oldest daughter, Rosie, did in fact contribute the subtitle, Naughty Things on How to Do Them. It used to be Bad Things, but she said, isn't naughty more interesting? We said, yes, it is. So she's written the title, but she can't read it. My wife was all for it, and in fact, she's actually sort of the principal character of the book. She sort of hangs out with me and comes along with me as I do these various things. I am pretty much a vanilla guy, and I don't want to give anybody the impression that this is one of, like, you know, Slash wrote his memoirs recently of his years of debauchery. That's not me. I didn't live it, I merely observed it. That said, I probably enjoy casino gambling a little bit too much for a man who works in public radio. And I probably have reached a point where I would probably spend way too much money on food if wiser heads did not prevail. I did a lot of things and I saw a lot of things, but probably the most fun we had was when I had dinner with 3 really well-known porn stars, Stormy Daniels, Nina Hartley, and Shane. And these were rather remarkable women who had lived rather remarkable lives, doing remarkable things, often on camera. And it was really fun. We had a great time. We got to know them as people, which is not something that most people ever do through design. And it was really fun. They were really charming and funny, and they told great stories, which really is the only reason to ever talk to anybody, if you ask me. Right now, I'm basically, I mean, we're sort of doing what we're calling a 10th anniversary tour of the show, where I'm doing a sort of one-man presentation here and there. I was here in Aspen doing that. My publisher has asked me what my next book is, and I have no idea. I could do a sequel, only because I have a really good subtitle. I have a really good title, The Book of Vice 2, Rum, Sodomy, and the Lash. But I don't know. Beth, my wife, wants me to do a book about nice people, which, like I said, is fine and probably useful, and nice people are great, but are they funny? I don't know.